Hi everybody, I'm Matrix Andrea, and we're going to continue our playthrough of Dark Souls 3 New Game Plus, going into Lothric Castle this time, so we're still going to be going out of order. Let me show my build, and then we'll get moving after that. Alright, so last time I went into the King's Garden. This time I'm going to go through the main part of the castle and fight the boss up here, and then after that we can get back to playing the stages in order. Through this first room, there's a praying Lothric Knight, and I tend to avoid them because they're hard to kill. And there's two more up here up the stairway with these priests that buff everybody. So that's what the skulls are for. It's an easy way to get past a lot of enemies. I didn't really consider their worth until I started playing Dark Souls 3. And if you want to farm large shards, you can stab that guy in the back and just repeat, and it's fairly easy to do that to him. But Lothric Knights have a lot of different moves to take you down, so they're tough to fight. Also, because we're in Lothric Castle, there's a lot of chunks in here, so if you come early, you can get your weapons upgraded early. Although if you're playing online with the weapon upgrade paths affecting matchmaking, you got to be careful about that if you want to stay within range of the level you're playing at. And you can see some guys hanging here, so you can just knock them off before they get up at you. Through that room there's a big guy hiding up top. You can see his axe right there. I'm not going to go in there and fight him, because they're kind of hard to take down. And then there's that guy up top throwing Undead Hunter Charm at me. But I'm going to take out this archer and then go back for the chunks that are down here, just because I like all the combat and killing. So when I made her on the PS4, I respec'd her a few times until I decided on the 19 dexterity and 27 strength. So I guess technically she's a strength faith build. But to get the maximum amount of strength, I have to two-hand my weapons. So most of the time when I'm playing, I just use my lightning weapons, because I've got 60 faith, which I believe is the hard cap for faith. And up here on the tower, you can see a pair of dragons just waiting to breathe fire on you, so I'm going to jump down right here and progress through the stage. If you jump down on the other side, there's an undead bone shard over there. Downstairs right here is an Irithyll Knight where you can get the Irithyll Rapier, but I think he's really hard to kill, so I'm not going to do that. So I have to run through the dragons right here. Hopefully I can get across fast enough without being breathed fire on. And then there's firebomb enemies over here. And most of these barrels are explosive too, so you have to be careful. See that? And then there's also some hollows up there. Got to be careful with those fire bombs because they'll throw them right at those barrels and then you can get yourself blown up. And over there's a treasure chest that's actually a mimic, and there's a lantern bell guy that'll wake everybody up. So if you come down this way, you can see the pus growing out of the dragon's foot, and you can kill it and it'll kill both of the dragons up there. So you don't need to use arrows or anything to kill them. So anytime you see pus, they're weak against fire, and I'm going to use one of my chaos infused longsword, and I'm going to equip some fire bombs so I can stun this thing. They spit all over you, then you can start getting curse buildup, so you got to be careful and stay back a little bit. By killing one of these, you can kill both dragons that are hanging up there, although there's still pus growing out of the other one's foot, so you can kill it and get some more chunks and embers. And then over here we can open up our shortcut so we don't have to run up the side of the building anymore. We can just come in through the front gate, but there's a Lothric Knight with a great sword right there, so you got to be careful about him. So this is another shortcut that you can take down to get back to the front hallway where that praying knight was. But I find it easier just to run through the door and go through the front gate of the castle. And by coming up this way, you can get some Titanite chunks and also get the Knight's Ring, which gives you +5 to your strength. But you gotta deal with a few hollows. Also, the Altar of Sunlight's this way, too. See, I've got such high faith that even though I have low intelligence, I still do more damage with Chaos Weapon than I do with Fire. And my Dark Weapon does more damage than my Deep Weapons. Again, because I have such high faith. So down there is the Knight's Ring. And then there's a Lothric Knight over here. I never turned in all of my sunlight metals, so I'm going to do that here. And then we're going to kill that other pus that comes out of the dragon's foot. That treasure box right there is a mimic, and you can get the sunlight straight sword out of it. You gotta wait for a second before you can stagger these guys again. I've already got the Sunlight Straight Sword, so I'm not going to kill that Mimic to get another one, but again, you can use Undead Hunter Charms to put them to sleep and grab it. And the Braille Divine Tomes you can give to the Priestess that you find later, or actually you would have found before this, and she'll teach you new miracles. So the boss is very resistant to lightning, and he does a lot of lightning attacks, so I'm going to bring my Blessed Broadsword and fight with that. Normally, when you're playing the game, I think you can summon Cirrus or Egon of Kareem for this fight, but I haven't been there yet. I find that to be a pretty rough fight, but fortunately I was able to get through it without too much difficulty. He hit me a few times, but I had the shield stability to take a few hits, and the lightning resistance ring helped out too. So I guess that'll do for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see everybody again next time.